It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you guys don't want to miss anything that we have coming up. I promise. Okay, guys, so you guessed it. You know that we are back to give you an update on Erika Girardi, Erika Jayne, Erika Jayne. I just like saying all three different versions of her name, and her soon-to-be ex-husband, Mr. Girardi. So it seems like Mr. Girardi is actually being ordered to vacate his $16 million home in Pasadena, California. Being asked to leave the home, evacuate, get out. I mean, pretty much just the fact that the trustees are now liquidating all the assets. This is one of them, and it's now come to an end. Now, we all know that his brother, Robert Girardi, was named as the conservator over Mr. Girardi's finances. However, Mr. Girardi is no longer in charge of his own finances because it's now all in the hands of a conservatorship and also the trustees, right? So at this point, the trustees, and mind you, there were two who were appointed, are liquidating all of Mr. Girardi's assets in order to pay back all of the creditors that have been owed for quite some time now. And also, mind you, that the creditors filed this lawsuit at the end of last year being almost a month and a half ago, December of 2020. Now, guys, I know that you're no stranger to Ronald Richards, who is also an attorney, and he's been following the case pretty heavily. He's constantly putting out new information, new tweets, just letting us know what is going on, giving us a good breakdown, and keeping us up to date. And it seems like this is what he said recently. In court documents that were recently obtained in February, it shows that Mr. Girardi's court-appointed trustees have recently requested permission to take over his 10,000 square foot mansion and pretty much evict him from it. And if he doesn't get out, move out within the time frame they give him, then they want to give him 14 days in order to do so. Now, according to the trustee, he attempted to get access to Mr. Girardi's mansion, and this was on January 25th. Mind you, Erika Girardi does not live in this mansion anymore. She's living in her own house. Well, technically not her own house, but a house that she's renting for $900 to $9,500 a month. She's not living with Mr. Girardi, that's for sure. And when they did come over, the trustees, to request permission to get into the house, they were denied. Denied entry. Nope. Not coming in here, not taking my stuff, not making a list, denied. Now, the trustee went on to say in court documents that he asked for access to the property in order to pretty much bring his real estate agent up to date on the marketing and the sale, letting the real estate broker really just kind of pinpoint the best way to move forward, what the property is worth, and do the inspections that are necessary. Now, they're saying that the trustee was not provided access for various reasons, and one of them would be the fact that Mr. Girardi is having health issues at the time. But a lot of people are speculating that this is just a ploy in order to not give up a full reign or a full list of the assets. It seems like you're just trying to buy your time. I'm not sure. Obviously, we don't know because it hasn't played out in court yet, but everyone has their speculation at this point. They said, although this may not be resolved for a few months, at the same time, expenses are adding up for this property, whether it's insurance expenses or even just maintaining the property itself. It's almost costing them more money not to do something about it now and pull that trigger, as opposed to just letting him live in it and ride this out. They're saying that Mr. Girardi claimed that the home was worth about $16.5 million back in March of 2020. There are certainly doubts about the home's value due to the debts that are associated with it. The Blast also reported on this, saying that Mr. Girardi's maintenance crew, the maintenance crew for the property, have actually quit. They've walked away. They have left the building literally for allegedly not being paid. And they also said that the insurance policy was about to expire. The trustee went on to write, even the utility bills are not being paid at this moment. So at this time, I think it's best to take over the property and market it, try to see what value we can get out of it before these expenses just add way up. Now, Mr. Girardi is not only facing an eviction, I was going to say a potential eviction, but no, an eviction. He's also being faced with a new lawsuit by Ed Masri. He would be an attorney who also worked on the $333 million case settlement that was featured on the Erin Brockovich movie. They obviously know each other. They have some sort of friendship here, and there's something that went wrong because Mr. Masri has now filed a lawsuit against Mr. Girardi. And it's almost like at this point, get in line, buddy. There's like one of many lawsuits at this point. The reports are stating that Ed's firm filed for bankruptcy after his death in 2005, moving all of their cases over to Girardi and Keese for Mr. Girardi and Mr. Keese to go ahead and look over. But, however, it seems like as of last summer that Mr. Girardi has failed to turn over the funds or where the funds are, in fact, for at least 9 of these cases. Douglas Harris is an attorney for Ed's estate, and he went on to say that it seems like settlements have been made for these different funds, for these different cases, but it seems like no disbursements of funds have been made, that they haven't been dispersing the funds even though they settled, that they should be paying it out, that Mr. Girardi or people from Mr. Girardi's camp should be paying these out, whether it's from liquidating assets or whatever the case is. They owe this money. The settlements have been made. Why aren't people being paid? That's the biggest question. Mr. Harris went on to say that the Ed Masri estate has yet to receive money under the confirmed plan since November of 2018. Although there are a number of pending cases and also debts that, yes, still remain to be paid, as well as undistributed settlement funds, the attorney is saying that these have not been paid due to the plan, that they have not followed through with the plan that was set in motion in order to pay all of this back. They're just still waiting, and that's why there's another lawsuit here. Now, it seems like in July of 2020, the Masri estate actually requested that Girardi Keese is forced to turn in documents regarding payments, and a deadline was put into effect for August 3rd. Now, although it's unclear if the firm did in fact comply with the deadline, California attorney Lending, who was due to receive 90% of the revenue from Ed's firm settled cases, actually came out and spoke in November and said they haven't received any of this money since October of 2019. Yeesh. Guys, this is so messy, and we're still trying to figure out what exactly is going on with the Girardi cases. Mind you, we can only update you as we go. So as it comes out, we will try to figure out more and more. I guess the next biggest question is where will Mr. Girardi live next? Where is he going to go off to? What do you think will happen next in this case? Now, mind you, a lot of people think that the Girardis will get away with this. A lot of people are hoping that this plays out on a national platform. We know that Mr. Girardi himself is hoping that it doesn't play out on national television because he doesn't want it to be made into media circus, which is exactly what it would be. But, you know, he is a very high-powered attorney. This man was on the Erin Brockovich movie. This man was on it specifically, but his character was portrayed. You know, he has a high power in law in California, especially in the United States. You know, like this guy is looked up to as kind of the creme de la creme of law. And now all of a sudden we're seeing all of these cases crash down because there's alleged fraud, alleged embezzlement, and so much more going on behind the scenes. Everyone wants to know what's happening, but in the meantime, we can only speculate and try to figure it out. They always say innocent until proven guilty, so we'll have to see what the courts decide. If you guys haven't already, though, let me know your thoughts. I'm curious, do you think Mr. Girardi will do any jail time? Do you think Erika actually knew about any of this? What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you guys don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Until next time, bye, guys.
Check us out every Monday and Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Up and Adam.